Hello everyone, and welcome to this new 93 steps video tutorial. In this new video, what we are going to show you will be focused not on the purely technical aspect of the composition, nor to what is the best way you can use the record, an oboe, an harp or a clarinet. But it will cover more generically how the sonorities you are going to hear has been thought and created specifically to describe and recreate places and ancient historical areas. Let's close our eyes for a second and imagine a real place in a historical context totally different from nowadays. You will notice that you will imagine the scene, and the ambient around you will be defined in your mind musically and with a precise sound texture connected to the place you have set on your mind. This is the natural and easiest way to start the composition of soundtracks that has ethnic elements. With this romantic technique of thinking and setting a song and of listening to it with your eyes closed even before its creation, there is another one which is more technique and which needs precise analysis before being applied. The songs we are going to analyze are three compositions that deal with three precise populations, each one characterized by a wide culture and by particular musical instruments, or by particular scales and tones that define their taste and those population specific sonorities. The difficulty you can meet is the one of describing the population, the place and the era that you have in mind using music without forgetting which kind of public you are addressing to compositions to. This, for sure, implies the need of characteristic instruments like, for example, William pipes in a composition with a Nordic and Viking atmosphere. If we want to make the listening of the song easy, we are forced to use also other instruments that don't belong to that population's culture and costumes, but that in some ways remind it to us because of their sonority. All the songs that were requested needed particular sound research to recreate correctly the word that the customer wanted to represent. For example, the creation of Belly Dancer made us recreate a Mid-Oriental word which could fit well the idea of Ottoman Empire that had to be represented. We started with a precise analysis of the main instruments that characterize the population, and we found out that one of the most important sonorities was the one of the goblet drum. It's a typical percussion that became one of the two key instruments of the song. The listening of many classic composers that evoked Mid-Oriental atmospheres, like Tchaikovsky and its Arab dance, confirmed how the use of Occidental instruments, like strings and woodwinds, could suggest that atmosphere, keeping the listener in his natural habitat. So we decided to use three strings, which were necessary to create an harmonic texture. It supported the whole composition, blending the harmonic minor mode and the Mesiolidian flat 2, flat 6 together. Then we added the main theme of the song using an oboe, which is perfect to recreate that idea of classic desolation and wide desert with his sharp but very melodious sonority. We set a sequence of Q&A with a clarinet, which stays on a very low range and compensates the mid-high frequencies of the oboe and the solo violin. Then the violin added that European taste which was necessary to the composition, separating itself from the other instruments and enhancing the oboe's main theme. The other two soundtracks had to reflect the European medieval world of the 13th century and the Arctic coldness of a Viking tribe. In the Banquet Ballad, the main theme is conveyed by an alto flute, which moves on an harmonic texture, built on a major tones together with a clarinet and an oboe. Here, we absolutely needed 3 strings, and we used techniques like pizzicato and less legato, so we managed to give more importance to that main melodic line, which was created using woodwinds and harp. We made the whole composition sound like a popular dance of Northwest Europe, using more occidental percussions like the tambourines. The last song had to represent the strength and importance of the Viking population through music. We blended the sensation of wars and the peaceful one together, taking inspiration from many Nordic songs and using instruments like the William pipes, percussions characterized by mid-big shells like the 22 inches kick and a French horn. The French horn's notes, which belong to the low range, contrasted the mid-high mean melody played by the bagpipe. Finally, male chords, interchanging between the G minor and G major tonalities, will create the harmonic texture that remind to Nordic European populations. This structure helps the bagpipe convey that sense of victory and anxious battle, typical of those sonorities.